perfect credit back home and still get denied for everything the moment you land in America. Not because you did anything wrong, because your entire financial history just vanished. This invisible status costs newcomers $5,000 to $10,000 in their very first year alone. You spent 10 years building a perfect score back home, and it means nothing here. This is case file number 2 on the Coin Report, the invisible borrower. Today, I'll show you exactly why this happens, and the legal backdoors to build a 700 plus score in under 6 months. Suspect number 1, the bureau wall. In America, 3 companies control your financial reputation: Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Logic says if you built a great score with a bureau back home, the US version should recognize it. But it doesn't. Here's why. Reason 1, privacy law. Data protection rules prevent credit files from automatically crossing borders. Reason 2, different systems. Sibyl in India, Schufa in Germany, they don't speak the same language as America's FICO model. So when you land here, US bureaus have zero record of you. Suspect number 2, the SSN bottleneck. US banks search for one thing: a 9-digit social security number tied to your history. Your foreign ID isn't wired into that system, so the search comes back a blank. And here's the trap. Having zero credit history is treated worse than having bad credit. You're not a bad borrower. You're just invisible to the algorithm. Let's open Exhibit A, Everyday Survival. Say you move for a $100,000 job and try to rent a $2,000 apartment. No credit score means the landlord sees you as a risk. They demand 3 to 6 months of rent up front, up to $12,000 in frozen cash. Next, you try to buy a car. With a 750 score, you'd get 4% interest. Without one, dealers push you to 18 to 24%. Over a 5-year loan, that's an extra $11,000 for the exact same car. Exhibit A-2, even job applications. Some employers, especially in finance and banking, run credit checks as part of background screening. A blank file can quietly cost you the job offer before you even get an interview. Exhibit B, the utility trap. Electric, internet, phone carriers, they all run credit checks too. Without a score, expect $200 to $500 in deposits just to turn on the lights. Add it all up: housing, cars, utilities, even jobs, and it's $5,000 to $10,000 gone in your first year alone. That's not a small leak. That's a hidden tax on being new here. But before we fix this, here's the mistake that makes it even worse. I'll cover that in a moment. Before we crack this case, you need to understand what actually builds a credit score. It's made of 5 pieces. Piece 1, payment history, 35% of your score. Do you pay on time every time? Piece 2, utilization, 30%. How much of your available credit are you actually using? Piece 3, length of history, 15%. How long have your accounts been open? Piece 4, credit mix, 10%. Different types of credit, like cards and loans. Piece 5, new inquiries, 10%. How many times you've recently applied for credit. As a newcomer, all 5 pieces start completely blank. So the fastest fix targets the 2 biggest pieces, payment history and utilization. That's 65% of your entire score. Now the lineup, the mistakes that make this worse. Mistake number 1, applying for too many cards at once, hoping one approves you. Each hard inquiry can actually lower your score further. Mistake number 2, avoiding credit completely because it feels risky. But no activity means no score ever builds. You stay invisible longer. Mistake number 3, relying only on cash, thinking it proves responsibility. Cash never gets reported anywhere. It builds no trail at all. 3 mistakes. All of them keep you stuck longer than necessary. So here's where the case gets useful. The legal backdoors that actually work. Backdoor number 1, cross-border credit bridges. Some fintech companies translate your foreign credit history into a format US lenders can read. Services like Nova Credit support several countries, including the Philippines. It's free to use and it's not a credit card itself. It just helps some lenders see your history faster. Your real US credit history still begins the moment you open and use an approved account. Backdoor number 2, the secured credit card. You put down a deposit, say $200, and that becomes your credit limit. Use it for one small bill, pay it off in full every month, and it reports to all 3 bureaus. Not all secured cards are equal. Compare before you pick. Type A, no annual fee. Simple and safest for beginners. Type B, small fee, but earns cash back. Type C, higher deposit, but automatically upgrades after 6 months. Within 6 to 12 months of responsible use, most people qualify for a real unsecured card. That deposit isn't a fee. You get it back when you upgrade or close the account. Let me show you how this played out for a real case. Meet Daniel. He moved to the US 8 months ago. Works as a nurse. Back home, he had excellent credit for over 10 years. Here, his score was completely blank. He applied for 4 regular cards in 1 week, hoping one would work. All 4 got denied, and each hurt his score a little more. A coworker told him about secured cards. He opened a Type A card with a $300 deposit. He used it only for gas and groceries, keeping his usage under 30%. He paid it off in full every single month. After 7 months, his score hit 680, good enough for a real card and a car loan. Daniel wasn't bad with money. He just didn't know the system yet. Now, you might be thinking a few things. What if I can't afford a deposit right now? Some secured cards start as low as $49 to $200. Start with what you can. Will this hurt my credit if I mess up? Only if you miss payments, pay on time, and this only helps you. Is this different if I'm on a work visa? The process is nearly identical. Most banks just require a valid ID and an SSN or ITIN. What about my spouse? Do we both need separate cards? Yes, credit scores are individual, not shared. Even married couples need to build separate histories. Here's why closing this case matters more than you think. Good credit doesn't just get you a credit card. It gets you approved for apartments without a huge deposit. It gets you lower interest on car loans, saving thousands. It removes deposit requirements on phones and utilities. Let's put real numbers to it. Newcomer A builds credit in the first year. Newcomer B waits 3 years, thinking, I'll deal with it later. By year 5, Newcomer A has saved over $15,000 in avoided deposits, fees, and interest. Newcomer B is still catching up. That's not luck. That's the system rewarding visibility. The sooner you start building it, the sooner all of this opens up. Let's close this case file for good. Your credit history from back home doesn't transfer. That's not your fault. It's built from 5 pieces. Payment history and utilization matter most. Consider a credit passport service, open a secured card, use it small, pay it in full. Watch it upgrade in 6 to 12 months. Case closed. You're no longer invisible. If this case file helped you, subscribe. Every week, I investigate a new financial mystery. Comment credit, and I'll send you my exact secured card checklist. Which country's credit system do you wish America would just adopt? Let me know below.